Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there. My name is Triana Kurnia Putri, and here I'm going to present you about my last assignment. It is a presentation about analysis on abusive racial discrimination displayed in Freedom Writers movie with a sociological perspective. Because my presentation is about analysis, so here I am going to discuss one by one, start from the abstract, then the introduction and the purpose of the study, the research method, the findings, discussions, and also the conclusion. So let's begin from the abstract. The abstract is about an overview of the movie, and the movie is about racial discrimination, which exists especially in America. The students of a class in America mock each other because they have different race, and most of them thought that white people deserve better than black people. So that thought gives negative impacts on society, also on a class of senior high school in America. Next, move to the introduction. Freedom Writers movie is a non-fiction movie that focuses about racial discrimination towards American and African. And the first story comes from Eva, a Latino girl, when her friend suddenly died. And the white police caught and brought her father, who tried to help her friend, into prison. In Long Beach, the society was divided into several groups. They are Latino, Asian, white, and black. They kill each other for the sake of their race, prestige, and proud for their groups. Actually, their life is not peaceful because whenever and wherever they can be killed by the other groups. Then the purpose of the study. In the study, I want to raise an issue about the movie. It is about abusive racial discrimination. So the purpose of my study is to know what are the primary sociological perspectives related with abusive racial discrimination displayed in Freedom Writers movie. Next, the research method. Here I used a sociological approach by using descriptive qualitative research. And I collected data qualitatively based on three primary theoretical perspectives. They are the symbolic interactionist perspective, the functionalist perspective, and the conflict perspective. The findings. There are three findings. The first one is symbolic interactionist perspective, functionalist perspective, and also conflict perspective. And move to the discussions. The first one is the symbolic interactionist perspective. Two of symbols we can highlight in Freedom Writers movie are social forces and institutions on individual interactions. On her first day, Miss Crowell enthusiastically expected to be met by motivated and keen students. Instead, she is confronted by hostile teenagers segregated in racial groups in the classroom. Erwin Gruwell against the social forces and institutions on individual interactions by always been trying to change the view of her students. He also asked her students to write their experience in their diaries. From this activity, the students are aware that they have to respect the other people that are out of their community. And second one is the functionalist perspective. On this movie, we can see that Erin Gruwell does her function as a teacher as well. She can lead her students to appreciate each other even when they are from different races. As we know that there are black people, white people, and the others. On a visit to the Holocaust section in the Museum of Tolerance in Los Angeles, they are introduced to the story of the young Dutch Jewish girl, Anne Frank, and her destiny as a Holocaust victim. They detect many parallels to their own suburban lives as members of dysfunctional families and rogue gangs. And the third one, the conflict perspective. One of conflict in this movie is racial discrimination. Actually, they have their own past treatment which makes them anarchistic, obstinate, not respect each other, and introvert. They behave like that because they overcut and saw rude behavior in past time. That condition leads them to create critics, hate, and even hate the other races. They have their own gang and disrespect the others. Because of that, they frequently fight with other gangsters. And then move to the last slide is about conclusion. According to the study, the researcher found three social perspectives, namely the symbolic interactionist perspective, the functionalist perspective, and the conflict perspective. Okay, that's all I can show you about my past assignment on analysis on abusive racial discrimination displayed in Freedom Writers movie. So thank you for your attention and thank you for watching. And please forgive me if I made any mistake. Please don't mind my imperfection. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.